talked about yesterday, I gave you a little insight about the 5 F words that you need to master. So get your journals out, 5 F words that you need to master. You need to master. You know, 2 months ago, we were into skills. One of the skills was what? Listening, right? Remember listening? Remember that? Remember one of the skills was listening? There you go. All right, now let's go to the 5 F words that you need to master. The first one is fear. Fear, F-E-A-R, stands for false education appearing real. False, because it's false, it's only in your mind only. You educated yourself. False education appearing real. It's only real in what we believe in our minds. And that's the problem. My walking song for senior vice president was Jim Rohn, the battle of the mind. The mind is the most important, incredible muscle that we have that steers us the wrong way. You know, we got to forget the past, forget what mom said, daddy said. We got to forget that fear that you'll never amount to nothing. There's all kinds of fears. And I'm going to talk about this. And everybody has them. Everybody has fears. We all have them. Me too. No, I don't have fears. No, that's a liar. We all have certain fears. Some of our fears we know about, and there's a few fears we may not know about, but we all have fears. What's one of the biggest fears we hear? The fear of no. The fear of no. Oh my God. My best friend told me no. My sister told me no. You know, the fear of no. And we tend to let that stop us from going forth in this building and building a massive organization. Like I said yesterday, I don't care what people say about me. I really don't, because it doesn't pay my bills. It doesn't hurt me. So what's that old saying? Sticks and stones will hurt my bones, a word and never. There you go. So why do you let words hurt you? People, don't worry about it. Fear, the fear of no. Let me give you another fear that we run across, the fear of yeses. Fear of yeses, Mr. Thomas? Yeah, there's people scared of yeses. You didn't know that? Oh yeah. Okay, what if they say yes, Mr. Thomas? What I do then? That means you haven't been trained properly, or you have not dived into learning your ACM business and services. You know, well, yeah, what I do now, what I do, they say yes. Let me tell you a story about this salesman. This is a hilarious story. I guess you guys will like this. This old guy was a sales guy, and he was learning how to go out, and his manager told him, you know, to knock on the door, right? Knock on the people's door. And when they see the peephole and it darkened, you know, they were looking to peephole, see who's at their front door. And when the lady opened the door, he'd look down and scuffle his feet on the welcome mat and open up the door, the screen door, and the lady says, "Can I help you?" And the sales guy, he goes, "Yes, ma'am, you can help me." She goes, "How can I help you, young man?" He says, "I never got this far before. Can I use your telephone?" He never got past the door being open. So a lot of times we have that fear of yeses as well as fear of no's, Kathleen Williams. So don't let these fears stop you. So remember that. Now, let me give you this. Life in this business is like a movie. What do you mean by a movie? Well, see, a movie has 3 components in every movie. And the question is, are you going to let the fear stop you from succeeding in your movie of your life? What do you mean, Mr. Thomas? Well, there's 3 characters in every movie, even in your life of your movie, movies that you watch on TV, there's 3. Number 1, you can become the victim. Well, ACN didn't work for me. Yeah, I talked to everybody, all 3 people I know. Well, you became a victim. So in every movie, there's always a victim. Don't let that be you. The next one is a villain. You know, you get bullied by villains all the time. Oh, ACN ain't gonna work for you. Oh, don't talk about that crap. Don't call your sister up. There's always a villain. There's a villain in every movie. There's a villain. I love James Bond, one of my favorite ones. The new one's coming October 7th, I think. There's always what? A victim, and there's always what? The victim is, they're gonna save the world. The world's a victim. Who's the villain? So-and-so's a bad guy. He's a villain. So, and then there's also the third person in the movie, which is what? The hero. The hero. 007 always wins. Man, I used to get comic books, and I used to flip through comic books when I was younger, and I always go to the back of the comic book to see how it came out before I read the comic book. And guess what? The hero always came out on top. The question is, are you going to let yourself come out on top? Quit playing the part of the victim. Quit playing the part of the villain. Don't let people villain you. Become that hero that God wants you to be. So remember, 3, the victim, the villain, and the hero. Every movie has them. You have to decide what your book is going to be on your life. Are you going to be a victim and let life pass you by and people tell you no and you settle for that mess? Or are you going to be the villain and decide, well, yeah, and let villains, all the no's make you villainized? Or are you going to stand up like Popeye and open up your can of spinach, become the hero? Or you going to have the big S on your chest for Superman? Are you going to be the James Bond 007 guys? Are you going to be the hero? Because those are the fears that people have. So which one are you going to let? So number 1 is fear, okay? Number 2 is focus. The second F is focus. You got to be laser focused. You heard Dakota Bragg yesterday talking about focus. You got to be focused. He talked about focus. He talked about belief, and so did Steve Payton. See, let me show you something. On the hottest day in Vegas, see what I have in my hand? What is this I have in my hand? It's a magnifying glass. The hottest day in Vegas, the hottest day in the city you live in, the hottest day, I could take this magnifying glass, paper, and I could do this all day long on the hottest day. It will never burn a hole in the paper. Why? Because it's not focused. But the moment I stop getting fickle, playing a victim, being a villain, and focus, I could burn a hole in that paper every time. You have to be, write this down, laser focused. When I made a decision to close up SVP, 6 months out, I was way out. Way away. What did Steve Payton said? He did 400 points in 3 weeks. When Dakota Bragg said he did 500 in what, a year, 4 months, for 45 days. Hey, I was focused. I want to, and it was a holiday season. It didn't matter to me because I was what? Focused on wrapping it up. I've already told Robert Skebanowski what size my ring was for my SVP ring. I've already called that man. And you heard the story. He said, I didn't see you coming, quote unquote. And I said, you weren't supposed to, because I'm not going to be braggadocious. My numbers will tell the story. In February in San Diego, when they slipped that SVP ring on me, because Al Thomas was what? Focus. Every one of you, you should be focused on getting RD wrapped up before wrap it up. Come on. What did I say the other day? Dwight Williams talked on Wednesday, and he said, man, think about it. 10-year, the Vivid customer is 10-year customer. That's 120, he said 120 payments. 120 payments, an 85% payout. I'm looking at my notes right here, and it's 8 points. So if Vivid is 8 points, a brand new IBO could come in right now, right? Get 4 Vivid ETL out of the way, bam, same day. Dakota Bragg said on Friday, he got a lady in and she had ETL in her first day. First day. First day. That's all she did, got Vivid. So, Mr. Thomas, so what are you saying? Well, I figured it out. If you all got 20, watch this, 20 people with 4 Vivid each, RD. Done deal, Pastor. Bam, done. This is leadership. 20 people, Mr. Thomas, that's right. With 4 Vivid each, yeah, that's right. RD, bam, just like that. Wow. 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 That's doable, Mr. Thomas. I know it is, because I study the comp plan. I look at stuff that, and most of us don't have any idea what the comp plan really has to offer because we don't understand how to get to our next level. Focus. How focused are you to the next position? What was your date to get there? Have you called anybody in your upline and said, by God, put me down, I'm going to do it on a certain date and step to it? How does that look if I told the co-founders I was going to hit in February, I had 6 months to go, and I was so far out, and here we had Thanksgiving coming, Christmas coming, New Year's Eve coming. I didn't care. How would that look if I come to convention in San Diego? They got my ring ready, and I said, well, what happened was, I'm never that kind of person. And I hope and pray you're not either. That's what leaders don't make excuses. They just get it wrapped up. Number 3, fundamentals. Fundamentals. The problem is, I think, with a lot of people, not saying you guys, but people, there's so many options. I can think of 3 people I know now. What do I do? Where do I start? They're going all different directions. No, fundamentals mean what? What's the next step? Watch this, to get me closer to my goal. What's your next step to get you closer to your next goal? How many customers are you putting in daily or weekly? How many IBOs are you putting in your team and showing the plan? So without showing the plan, remember I said the 4 S's last week? See the people, show the people, shock the people, then you silence the people, the 4 S's. You got to see the people, get a name and number, show the plan. Number 2, shock them when we have the offer, and then you silence them up. So what's the next step? What do you need to do? That's why every time we have a call, I end the call with a call to action. A call to action. What's the action for the call? No, March owners is Mr. Thomas. Go out and do something today to move your business forward. You hear me say that at the end of every call. Does that mean follow up on a customer? Does that mean yes, follow up? I'm coming at that too. Follow up follow up on that customer. Follow up on that person you sent a video to. Follow up on the IB. Follow up. But what's my next step? What do I need to do next to move my business forward? So every one of you know exactly what you need to do to move your business forward. Tim Carrera's on the call. He's up in Minnesota. He left his job because he didn't have time to build his ACM business. I got to find another job that's going to allow me to free my time up in the daytime so I go build my business. He didn't wait for them to push him. He says, I need to get rid of this. It's not working for me, so I can go do what I got to do, because I don't want to be another 4 or 5 years. I don't want to be a lifer like so many people waiting for that social insecurity check. I want to get it done and wrapped up. I'm a young man. I got a beautiful wife and a couple kids. I need to do something where I can work my business. Fundamentals. See, successful people understand, watch this, basic fundamentals. Write that down. Basic fundamentals. I'll give you an idea. Last Saturday, what did I play? I played a video of Paul Oberson, the #1 guy in my previous company. He's making $1 million a month, and I was number 2, and I can't talk about what I made. But I'll tell you this much. If you saw last week and you saw the video that's over 20-some years old, 25, 28 years old, it's the same fundamentals. I said the same thing then as I say now. Nothing has changed. A little bit of the stories, but it's the same fundamentals. Matter of fact, Natasha Ismail texted me, oh my God, this is a younger Mr. Thomas, but you say the same thing now as you said back then. I go, yes, it don't change. Get good at the basic fundamentals of this business. Al Thomas is not the sharpest, smartest, handsome, but I'll outwork you. Why? Using fundamentals. I'm not lazy. The fundamentals don't change. 28 years later, they don't change. What happens is this. People, not saying you guys, but people say, well, if I tweak it a little bit different, Mr. Thomas, I'm going to create a new fundamental. No, you just messed yourself up. And you'll be out of business in 60 days because you won't stick to the same fundamental. Look, it's nothing sexy about it. It's not romantic. It works. It's dry as watching paint almost, maybe, but it works. Y'all seen the video last week, 28-year-old video, 25-year-old video, whatever. It still says the same doggone thing. Because wealthy people stick to a formula, a system like ACN. Number 4, how am I doing on time? Number 4, funnel, a funnel. How big is your funnel? How many people you got in a funnel? Like, look like a funnel. You throw customers in, money comes out the bottom. What's your funnel look like? When I was in real estate, I had 14 or 15 deals in escrow. Only 4, 5, or 6 made close, but I had a good funnel. Every month I had a funnel. How many people have you sent out the video to or talked to, got a name and number? That goes to your funnel. On my phone, in my phone, I have on my phone, I have LV1. What's that? When I look at that, those are people that I've names and numbers, people I got, and I'm prospecting. It holds up to 40, and then I go to LV2. So the other day, I give an example. I went out to go do some prospecting. I figured, okay, I'm gonna go over here to this little oyster place over to one of the casinos. I'm gonna sit at the oyster bars because I always have a round table of 30 people sit there. So I figured I could probably get a name or number. I went about 4:30, which was kind of early. So the lady that served me, her name is Vanessa. I said, Vanessa, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Hey, man, I love your hair. I just got it done. I said, man, it looks good. I said, man, that's, boy, I tell you, you spend a lot of money for that. And I know they're not paying what you deserve here. She goes, how do you know? She said, I got 3 kids. I said, girl, I got something for you to look at. That's all I said to her. Girl, see, y'all ain't having fun with people. You're trying to, man, you keep your options open. If you'd have came in to me, I'd have slapped. I mean, no, I'd have said no. I said, girl, I got something to look at. She goes, what is it? I said, look, I know you're at work right now. Give me your number and I'll send you a video. I want you to watch this video. She said, good, I'll look at it tomorrow. I said, look, girl, look at this video. It's going to change your life and I'll call me and I'll help you. That's all I said to her. Sent the video out, I text her. I can't shake the phones up here. I text her. I'm at work right now. I'll text you, call you later. Okay. So my funnel. I was out a week ago having a, enjoy a good Cuban cigar, and at the Cuban place, lady walked the shit. I know you. You go to Kona Grill. I go, yes, ma'am. Should I start working over here? I go, girl, we gotta talk. That's all I said to her. We gotta talk. See, my boyfriend does such. We just have a 9-month-old baby. I said, I'm gonna help you make a prison break. She said, really? Give me your number. Shh. Another one, into my funnel. I was at the church today, because every Saturday morning I go to church and help people. Today we had about 187 cars come through between 7 in the morning and 9 o'clock. I'm there every Saturday, usually helping people. So that's why I'm so blessed, helping my community out. Anyway, and one of the guys said, man, I always see you here, man. What do you do? I said, man, every time a phone rings, that phone, all these people, I get a percentage of their phone bill. How does that work? Give me a number. Into my funnel today. How did I get another guy? I told you the guy just signed up. I was out taking my walk, 5 o'clock in the morning. Hey, Mr. ACN. I love when people call me Mr. ACN. Mr. Al Thomas, the ACN man. Hey, man, how you doing? Didn't recognize, took off his hat and he had his, like he gonna run. Oh, hey, Mr. Logan, how you doing? Mr. Thomas, remember me? I was with you when I was 19 years old. And my girlfriend didn't like I was doing Excel, and I quit, and then you got me an ACN. I married another girl, and I quit. And he goes, man, look here, I'm a welder, and I can't stand it. Matter of fact, I can't stand it because they laid me off. I haven't had a job since this thing happened. You hear what he's saying? Since this what thing happened. Don't even use the word, folks. God, quit using that word. That thing, I say it's situation. Or that jab. Y'all just talk. Ugh. Watch your words. Words are powerful. The Bible says life and death are the power of your words. You're killing people with your words. They're hearing it enough times, they don't even hear it no more. You need to be the light in the dark place. So I says, man, since that thing happened, I go, yeah, man. He says, I know you're doing ACN still. He says, I'm 37 years old now. I've got to 2 divorces, no kids. I say, praise God. I got a spot just for you. He says, man, send me the video. What do you got? I said, I'll give you I stood right there and gave him the video. Took it to it, sent it right to his phone. He said, well, look, he plays poker. He makes about $250 a day. That's his goal, to play poker. Because he's a welder. He used to make good money. I said, really? He says, man, I've been thinking about, man, look at that. God sending you my way. I said, see there? He said, I'm gonna look at it. I said, what time can I talk to you? He said, I'm going home and lay down. It'll be between 3 and 4. You know the story. What happened? My phone at 4 o'clock. He called me at 4 o'clock. He's already on the website. Hey, Mr. Thomas, what's the team ID number I need to put in here? Then I had him on a call the other night. You saw him on there. What does your funnel look like? I'm taking a walk, keeping in shape. You got to keep this in shape and this in shape, doing this craziness. But they don't tell you that on the media. They want you to get the They ain't telling you, hey, how to keep in shape mentally, physically, spiritually. Come on, emotional. But they don't tell you that. Anyway, I'm out there doing what I got to do because I know what I got to do, keep what I'm doing because I'm a 1%er. And I'm out there taking my walk and bam, God sent another one my way. Lord, have mercy. And then I get on here and some of y'all ain't brought nobody in. What are y'all doing? Nothing. Your funnel, got to keep your funnel going. Next, number 5. The money is in the what? Follow up. Number 5F is follow up. Follow up, 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 follow up. Sam Foster, there he is. He's a king of that follow up. He follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. There's some people that ask lots of questions, but don't have no customers, no ideas, they put nobody in. Quit asking questions and start doing the business. You learn by doing it. Look, I can read 5 books on how to ride a bike. Let me get a book here. How to ride a bike. Okay, I got a book, How to Ride a Bike. I can read 5 of these suckers. So many Al Thomas can ride a bike till I get my butt on the bike. Quit asking so many doggone questions and start getting on the bike. I got another question. Go do something. You learn through the experience, folks. The experience. I can read 5 books. Doesn't mean I can ride a bike. I can read 5 books on how to fight a fire and talk to Mr. Chris King. He'll laugh at me. He goes, that's not exactly how it goes there, Al Thomas. That's why he rushes him, he fires, he knows, he does it. My goodness. So go do it. What did Nike say? Just do it. Oh my God. Mr. Thomas, that's what Art Williams say, just do it. Yeah. Quit asking and just start doing it. You learn by doing it. Follow up, follow up, follow up. Remember, lady I met the other day, Vanessa, follow up. Hey, I'll call you when I get off Saturday. Gotcha. I got 2 friends flying out of town. They ain't got here yet. Guess what? I'm following with them too when they get there. Follow up. Hey man, how you doing? How's that ACM business doing? Well, if you really want to know, man, whoo, it's up 82%, but that's okay. I know you don't want to make any money. You love, you see, I just have fun with people. What you mean? No. You know, I'm having fun with people. So let's go back through them. Number 1, fear. The fear of talking to somebody, the fear of no. There's also people fear if you say yes, they don't know what to say or what to do. Remember the salesman wiping his feet? Hey, can I use your phone? Why? I've never been this far. I got to call my manager. Remember, in a story, there's always 3 people in every story. There's the victim. Don't be a victim no more. To this day, no more victimized. The villain. You're not a villain. And number 3 is the hero. Always be your own hero. Sometimes you have to get to your own rescue, be your own hero. Okay. And number 2 was what? Focus. Be laser what? Focus. What was number 3, Mary Perez? That's right. Fundamentals. Fundamentals. That's right. Fundamentals. Because fundamentals don't change. And what was number 4? The funnel. That's right. Regional Director, Ms. Marker, the funnel. You got to have your funnel full. She does real estate on the side, got rentals. And guess what? Man, I'm telling you what, she take all these numbers and I'll put them in a funnel. Who's the best qualified for this property? Okay, great. Who's best qualified to come work for me? It's a funnel. It's a funnel. It's a funnel. And once you go through the funnel, then what happens? You must follow up, TJ. Follow up with them. Follow up. And don't get so much in it. Just, hey, what do you like the most? You like the money? Me too. What do you like the most? Feeding kids? Me too. And what do you like the most? Hey, me too. That's all I see on Wednesday nights. In less than 2 to 3 minutes, I have them in 5 minutes later, they're in the business. Because it's real simple. Follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. What's the call about Wednesday? Well, remember they had to see the video, number 1. Number 2, you had to what? Call them, make sure they've seen it. You send it out, make sure they've seen it by following up. Third thing is, let them know I'm going to be calling on Wednesday between 6 and 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Coast time, because the more international you make it, the more, so you got to make it larger than you. And then last but not least, give us their name, their phone number, and 5 bullet points, not a book, just bullet points about that person, and we'll get them. And those that have that, we'll have you live on the call. We'll give you the number, the private number. We're going to do on Wednesday like I did before. You know, in those 10 weeks I did it, Sam Foster had the most guests on there. We signed up 38 people in 10 weeks doing this. That's 38 people we didn't have before. Now, what if you guys could master that skill? That's why in the last 2 Wednesdays, I've been trying to teach you how to master that skill. Remember, not just a skill, but how to what? Master that skill. Because that skill is a basic fundamental. Believe it or not, it's a basic fundamental. Okay, with that said, let me tell you this. Success, right? I said this the other night. I want you to write this down if you did. Success is not success is not by accident. That's a deep conversation right there. Success is not by accident. What do you mean by that, Mr. Thomas? Everybody successful worked at it. Some of us work, some people work 10 years and they get successful the next day. It wasn't successful the next day, they did 10 years in the making. Why did God give me 3 billionaires at a young age? Why am I where I'm at? Did I fall upon it or did I work what they gave me? So success is not by accident. Success is not by surprise. It's not by surprise. I'm not surprised where I'm at. I'm not surprised where you guys are going to be if you follow these instructions. Several people that their parents told them, no, and all of a sudden became a big, huge business in this. And also, oh, I knew they're going to make it. No, wait, success is not a surprise. If you do what successful people do and follow what they've done, you'll have what they have. It's called do, be, have. Do it, be it, and you'll have it. Write that down. Do it, be it, and have it. Can you imagine me getting instruction from my billionaire mentor flying around on their private jets? And I said, well, I'm not sure if this really works for me. You know, after all, I'm a minority, I'm Black. I never said any of those words. I just said, okay. And I wrote down in my journal. I didn't question their authority. They had what I wanted to have. They were where I wanted to be. I'll never forget, I'm gonna end on a story. I never forget, and I was San Francisco, I was a young kid many moons ago. And I was the only job I ever had, I have worked at a flower shop on Saturdays. And I never remember getting off the 25 Bryant Street bus, changing bus lines to go down to Fillmore area where I worked at a flower shop at 556 A Street. Never forget it to this day. And I got off downtown on Mission, and I remember walking to the bus stop to the next to get my connection bus, and I must have been 17 or 18. And this guy had a red Ferrari, a 308 GTSI. I was like, you know, I'm 17, 18. I'm real impressed, Miss Allen. I actually had hair then. I actually had Freddie. I actually had hair, Freddie Sherman. I was, and I was so shocked. I'm like, red Ferrari, oh my God. And this guy, Miss Marcia Carter, he had monogram shirts with his initial on them, French cufflinks. And he had a diamond on the cufflink. And he threw his coat over his shoulder. I didn't know what it was. I'm saying B-R-O-N, Brioni. I didn't know what a Brioni was. I said, and he had an alligator belt on. I said, man. And he had some Louis Vuitton shoes on. I said, dang. I'm a little kid going to the flower shop to work on Saturdays. I might have made $12 for the whole day, but arranging flowers, why I love flowers. And I was just so impressed. And you know what I said, Mr. Julian Lewis, Mr. Jomar Sharp? I said, one day, I'm gonna have exactly what he had on. One day. I don't know how right now, but I'm gonna have that. First, my black Ferrari. All my shirts are French cuffs. All my shirts are custom with my initials on them. My cufflinks with a carat of diamond in each one. With my initials on my cufflinks I had made. My jeweler made my cufflinks with my initials on them and a carat each. And a stick pin with my initial, a carat each. And I went down to Wilt's Bassford in San Francisco on Sutter Street. The only place that I could find a Brioni suit. And I walked in that day one day, and I didn't know what they called. I walked in one day and I said, excuse me, sir, I want Brioni. He looked at me like, huh, okay. He knew I couldn't afford it. He just looked me up and down. He could tell I didn't look the part. He goes, come on over. Because Willie Brown, who was the mayor of San Francisco, who was at the highest, biggest black attorney in the area. And, I mean, that's all he wears, Brioni. So I walked in there that day, Miss Collins, and I said, I want here to wear a Brioni. I wear a size 36. So the guy walked me back there, you know, knowing good and well I couldn't afford that. I didn't know what they cost. I said, well, I don't know what they cost, sir, but I want to look at one. I wear a 36. He pulled one off the rack and he put it on me like, it felt like a glove. I was like, wow. And I looked at the price tag. Guess how much that suit cost back in them days? $2,800 for one suit. That's right, a Brioni. Yeah, go look it up. And I said, thank you, sir. I just want to come and check it out. Right, Miss Allen? It had to be a year and a half, maybe 2 years later. Al Thomas walked in there with his chest all poked out. By then I was a 38. I said, yeah, I want to look at a gray Brioni suit. He pulled it off the rack. He pulled it out, put it on me. It was $3,200. I said, what happened to $28? $28. It was $3,200 for one Brioni suit, Pat Robinson. And he had one. I'll say, I'll take it. I bought that Brioni suit, and I guarantee I wore that sucker at least I'm telling you. I kept that thing for 5 years. I almost didn't want to take it off, Sam. I almost slept in it. But $3,200, that's a lot of money, man. But I said, you know what? Dreams, watch this, do come true. All my shirts, if you see me at convention, all my shirts are custom. All my suits are tailored. I wear Louis Vuitton shoes. Y'all seen them, the alligator, those are $3,000. I got all alligator, all Louis Vuitton belts, or either that, alligator belts to this day. I wrecked the first Ferrari, a black one, in LA, and I went and bought another one. Funny story, I wrecked it. The guy was trying to race me, I wrecked it. At that time, I got out of the car, I went to the payphone on the corner. Back in the days, at payphones. I was out there visiting, and I called my insurance company, told them where to find the Ferrari. To this day, I've never seen that Ferrari again. That's what you pay for insurance. I went and got another one. See, that's when you know, that I didn't care about, hey, it's all materialistic, but I knew I'd get another one. That one's gone, so let me get another one. But anyway, that's another story. But what am I trying to get across to you? Dreams do come true if you understand. Number one, be the hero, not the victim and not the villain. Number two, focus at the task at hand. Stay focused in your business, no matter what. Number three, follow the fundamentals of people that's done it. You saw the video of me last week. That was 25 years ago, still works today, the fundamentals. And number four, funnel. How many got in your pipeline right now? How many? Wednesday, we're going to fill that pipeline up for you. Some of them may not sign up on the spot, but they'll sign up the next couple of days. So let's get that funnel full. Keep that funnel full with prospects and IPOs. And number five, follow up. The money's, you heard Jim Rohn, the money's in the follow-up, baby. You got to follow up. And with that said, I want to thank you all for tonight. I hope this blessed you, because understand the 5 F words that you need to master. And inside this is a framework. If you master it and put a circle around it, inside that framework, you'll find the word fun. And fundamentals is the first couple words, is fun. It's fun, because the more you master the fundamentals, the more fun it becomes. And then it comes second nature, like Sam Foster, like falling off a lot. It becomes second nature. You do it without even knowing it. You're doing it because why? It's part of your makeup. And when it's part of your makeup, you can't help but succeed. Why? Because you learned the five F's and start mastering. And Lord have mercy, the whole world is your oyster. All the money, I'm gonna give you, the last thing I'm gonna give you, can write this down, I'm done. All the money in the world, write this down, all the money in the world. What? All the money, Mr. Thomas, that's right. All the money in the world is at your fingertips. All you gotta do is go earn it. All the money is your world, Mr. Dave Carver. All the money, Miss Marie, all the money, all the money, all the money, all the money, Ursula Allen, Miss Mary Moulton, all the money, Miss Akinko, Miss Carter, all the money is at your fingertips. All you got to do, Mr. Payon, is go earn it, Celia. That's it. That's it. There's no secret. Man, if I could do it, you can do it. You've heard Steve Payton, you heard Dakota brag. What a week. And if you can master these 5 F's, woo, have mercy.